Welcome to the show tonight, guys. It's time to go live. We up in the house, getting ready to take care of some business. I'm Coach Neighbors. Let's get everything lined up here. Welcome to tonight's live stream. We're going to review the player's process to verify your mortgage loan. So I hope we have a couple of people who have some questions about this or interest in it, or maybe can share with us what is the process to verify your mortgage loan. We're going to go over what that looks like, how that process starts, what laws were violated at the gate, and the reason why your property was reclassified. And also, we're going to talk about what would change if your property deed was not registered in their office. Now, I'm hoping this is an easy program for tonight because if you guys been following the program, you'll see that it really don't matter if you're facing foreclosure, tax lien foreclosure, property tax foreclosure, illegal foreclosure. Or going to jail for a criminal statute violation when there's no injured party or damaged property. None of that matters. In this program, you guys are learning how to control the court. You're learning how to control the court, not argue all those lies that they got on the table. And that's the biggest difference than we don't go to the table to argue their lies. We learn how to control the court process. And the reason we have to do that is because we're being violated with the day-to-day state process and procedures. That's what's violating us, not the lies they said. If you argue the lies, you're lost in hell. You're never going to have a chance. You have to argue their shit at the gate, where it started at the gate. If you don't start at the gate, then you don't have the right people in, you ain't at the right gate. You see how that goes right into the toilet. So you got to start at the gate. Now, one of the things we're going to talk about too, and we may not get to all of this, but we're going to give it a shot. We should be able to move through it pretty quickly because I think people, especially when you understand where we're going with this, figure this out. There are no laws that force property owners to register their deed in those crooks' offices. Okay, there's no laws. There's no laws that mandate you have to register your deed in those crooks' offices. So there's no law that said you got to put your deed in there. What would you do? What would you do about this problem if you was tired of paying? You're tired of paying. Oh, wait. The whole process is fraud, but the worst part of it is, after you paid for years and years, and you can't pay them anymore, they're going to take your property. They don't tally up what you owe, what you paid already to give that back. They don't tally up what you already paid on the loan or in the property tax or whatever. They don't tally none of that up because they ain't interested in that. They don't want to take your shit again. This is think about it. The whole process that they put you through is structured to do exactly what it's doing to you right now. If you think I'm lying, think about this. Non-judicial foreclosures. How the hell could they foreclose on your house and sell your property in 30 days or less if they didn't already have a file against your property? If they didn't already have an administrative file against your property, in my opinion, was started after they got your shit registered in the office. So I don't know. I'm not an attorney, but I talk to a lot of people and I can see shit when it's when it's stinking. So yeah, they got they registered in the office, and then we're gonna talk about that tonight. No, we're not tonight. We're gonna get around to the judge, but the judge ain't the one running the show. Everybody thinks the judge is running the show. And you know, and I say it's a lot, and it's important to keep in mind. I played football in college in the 80s, and I boxed when I was young. Those are two things not smart people do. So I have to keep it simple. And I grew up in the hood too, so that helps a lot. So who's running the show? Who's paying? The person paying is the running the show. The person accepting the payee says, that person just a puppet. So if you want to get the right person, you need to get the person that's paying, and you need to get the puppets. So I don't know, it's pretty simple. So now, and we do that by adding, adding the payee and the puppetees. I just made up a new word. By adding them to their own shit in a counterclaim. Or if you're facing an eviction process, you don't have time for that to give them opportunity to rule on your counterclaim. If you're facing an eviction process, you have to file your 42 USC, your federal lawsuit in state court against the players that we mentioned, plus the eviction players or whatever, because you don't have time for a counterclaim. Now, when you add the judge to the attorney's crap and the state's crap, whatever, the state down, you know, I mean, if you do it right and they know that you know what you're talking about, this judge is going to have to go sit the hell down. I don't know how, you know. So now, yeah, I know what you're thinking. So what if the judge don't want to go and sit the hell down? No offense, but that's the thinking of the new people. Because in this program, whoever is getting in your way is added to the day. Whoever is in your face is added to the place. I mean, you know, you can put it however you want to. So if the judge is helping them and saying, go file your appeal, well, we talked about that. Well, actually, that video didn't air here because when I changed it on Facebook, it kicked me out last week's stream. We talked about why filing appeals is a waste of your time because there's no conclusions of law or no fact of findings. And without those, you're in administrative court. So, bam, that's where you're at. And the only way to get anything done in administrative court is to sue the players who are paying, who were paid to rule, and who started it. So in most cases, it's the state, the judge, and either the prosecutor or an attorney, or maybe it's the eviction players. Yep, the state is paying, and the state is the one that has your deed in their office. And the state got your deed in their office by committing real estate deed fraud. The state law mandates that when you transfer property, they're supposed to deliver that deed to you. And conveyance is not whatever until the deed's been delivered, but the deed never gets delivered. They register or record the deed if you want to talk in slime language. They register the deed and then they send you a fake copy they made, which is a copy of a security, and that's totally illegal. So, what is the process for verifying a mortgage loan? We're just going to start there. What is the process for verifying a mortgage loan? Well, I'm thinking it's the lien. I mean, I'm not an attorney and I'm not that smart. So you guys help me out with this. I'm thinking the process for verifying a mortgage loan is the lien. So when that lien is recorded against the property, then that's what they use to, you know, to verify there's mortgage loan that you have to pay back. but they don't want you to know that that mortgage loan was actually created with your own signature after you sign the promissory note, or and sometimes the deed or other instruments they change the name on. They process those through the Federal Reserve for electronic credits. Now, Modern Money Mechanics is a publication put out by a guy smarter than me, and this guy says that these banks are granted 9 times the amount when that's processed through the Federal Reserve that goes into a demand deposit account. And then they write a check one time out of that account for the property or whatever. And that's why you don't see any of that money. If you borrow money from HFC, one of those finance places, they give you a check. Here you go do whatever you want. Just make sure your ass ain't late with the payments. But when you buy property, it's a whole different thing. Yeah. So the process starts with them making you think that they gave you a loan, and then you sign you sign the lien against the property, which allows them to collect for the next 30 years. Okay, so but see, here's the thing. There's the thing. Here's the thing with that. The mortgage lien was fraudulent from the gate, and here's why. If there were several people on property in order for a lien to be taken out against that property, all the owners would have to be present to sign, right? Yep. So the fact that they accepted your signature, the alleged lender accepted your signature on the freaking alleged, proves that you owned it already. That's me smelling stink. Y'all seen the poop lady? Yeah, that's the fact that they accepted your signature proves that you own the property already, and the screwed you over, pretty much. And when you're talking to the clerk, the attorney, the judge, anybody that has anything to do with taking your property, this is the only thing I'll be telling them. One guy told me last week, oh yeah, I told the judge that state process was fraud. Well, you ain't said nothing to the judge that the judge needs to worry about coming on the record to come back and get him if you decide to add his ass to your thing, or her ass to your lawsuit. So what the hell? The last words that you want to come out of your mouth is, I said the state process was fraud. You're not specific enough to get anybody's attention. They know you don't know what the hell you're talking about. That's what everybody says. Okay, how about this? Judge, your job is to enforce the statutes and codes that you're here to enforce, and they violated the state law at the gate because they didn't deliver my deed to me, and they registered without telling me, and that registration allowed the first illegal lien to be put against my property. So I'm going to suggest that you order these fools to deliver my property to me, now that you know what's going on. Oh, and by the way, I just wanted to make sure you know that my legal team has informed me that you have a conflict of interest because you are being paid by the same corporation that committed the real estate deed fraud. Ding, ding, ding. The real estate deed fraud. And so there's conflict of interest, and all you guys have been added to to your own lawsuit. It's amazing how much power you have if you got the courage to step up and punch these people in the face. Real estate deed fraud. That's the only thing I want to. Real estate deed. That's it. Real estate deed fraud. Oh, wait. Yep. So there's a conspiracy law that connects people together that are doing illegal stuff, even if the other people didn't know. Oh, yeah, they use that shit against us all the time. And so now your legal team is connected. Yeah, right. So whenever the judge gives them a chance or punches you in the face for them, then you need to punch the judge back in the face too. I mean, come on now. It's a federal judge. I don't care if it's a Supreme Court judge or the president, judge. It don't matter. In the hood, whoever's trying to help them take your stuff, you need to make sure you're taking them out too. I mean, why sit around and wait? We already know how this goes. I roll that out right in the instructional video that's in the instructional video playlist. I tell you exactly how they're going to try and stop you, how they're going to try and dismiss your stuff, how they use the Rule 12B. I go over all that stuff in the instruction video, and I can tell the people who don't take the time to watch the videos because they ask me the questions that they can learn on their own. And the people who did that find out that kind of pisses me off. So, because I'm thinking that you value your time more than I value mine, and that's not the way this goes. So, if you call me for help, then I think my time's going to be more valuable than yours if you need my help. If not, then you'll get blocked. So I'm just saying, I don't deal with drama, and I don't deal with people, telling me or whatever. I mean, people call me and tell me what they need to do. And the problem with that is their head's stuck in the conventional program. That's the problem. Their head's stuck in the conventional program. It can't be in two dimensions. I watched a video one time where this guy got thrown through the TV in the other dimension, and he tried to come back, but the door closed. Half was over there, half was over there. Yeah, it was ugly. You can't leave your head in their conventional dimension. If you do, you might as well throw your own shit in the yard or go lock yourself up in because it's not going to be good in the end. Welcome, David. We getting down tonight, and we're going to keep on rolling. So I want to try to get this education done. So that's how the process started. It started with their fake lien against your property, and then the laws that were violated at the gate, the real estate deed fraud. Just keep it simple. And how is that a violation of whatever? Because their property transfer laws, when the deed's supposed to be transferred, they're supposed to deliver that shit to you, whatever. And they can't deliver it and register their original to be able to put the fake lien against it. And a lot of people don't know also is that your lien is held as collateral. The state uses your lien, your property, for collateral against federal government to pay, pay back debts or pay back shit or something. I don't know. Yeah. Now, I hope to get some haters on here because I got a few responses on Facebook from some haters. And one person, I think it was the same person because they told me this before, that I need to be incarcerated because I'm sharing this information. Well, I didn't even waste my time talking to that fool because they asked me to be incarcerated for doing this to people. And then having the nerve to kick people out on the street and take their shit without even, anyway. So that's pretty much it. Real estate defraud, just keep it simple. We ain't trying to talk about nothing they want to argue about anyway. Now, the question would be, what I would ask them is, what would change if your property deed was not registered in their office? So they got one of my Facebook accounts shut down, and they give me a hard time because, I said that eliminate property tax. Well, you can't eliminate property taxes. Well, actually, you can. You can get your deed out of their office. Nikki Ross will tell you. You can get your deed out of their office. And there's another document that you have to get because there's two documents of registration. It's the damnedest thing, yeah. And then so if your deed's not in the office, would you have to make mortgage payments anymore? I don't know. I'm not an attorney. Somebody help me with this. If your deed is not registered in their office, would you have to make mortgage payments? I don't know how they would verify that there was a loan Well, a lot of times Aries, um, by the sun, Virgo, moonlight, blah, 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 your name's kind of long. So I just call you A. A lot of times they communicate. The attorneys call you and they'll talk to you. And if they can get you to talk about payments or to admit that you screwed up or whatever, then why should they go through all that process over there when they can just take your shit or take your mom's shit and just roll for the people who don't understand. And a lot of times people pack up and and leave. And most people don't know how to fight anyway. So I mean, no offense, but most people don't know how to fight, and they go in thinking they need to argue, they need to respond and reply and kiss these people's ass, and they only find out that their whole process is structured to stall you off until they get to the eviction process to throw your shit in the yard. Aries, yeah, we're not here to talk about your mom tonight. You can talk about that in a Facebook page or whatever, or get yourself a lawsuit package, because I can't help anybody until they get their package. Go to my YouTube channel and watch the instructional video playlist and watch the instructional videos that are in the instructional video playlist, and watch the update instructional video and get in the ring, do something. Because right now, hey, you're looking behind you, and you're not gonna get anything done looking behind you. You know. There's a link to my website if you haven't been there yet, where you need to go and take a look at the options that you and your mom have and decide if that's something that you want to do. Because I don't do stuff for people. Now you get in my program and do what you got to do. Then you're lucky enough to get some coaching, maybe if you're not too pushy. Oh, so yeah, we like to have tonight's show be about educating, and we like to talk about stuff that most people here want to know about. No offense, but I don't think most people here care a whole lot about your mom. So I'm just saying. I mean, we care about your mom, but we're here to learn about how to handle our own shit. So that's what we're here to learn. And like I said, I can't help people until they get in the ring. They get their shit, get them. They have to get yourself to the gate. And then once you get yourself to the gate, I'll help you keep their ass at the gate. And you can't go on their side, that's stinky, and they can't come on your side because they stinky. So we want to keep them fools at the gate. That's how we do it. Now, one of the things that I challenge attorneys when they're kind of telling me that I need to that I need to be incarcerated, that I need to be incarcerated, is that there's no law that forces property owners to register their deed in the crook's office. And I just asked him that. Is there a law? Because you can send it to me right now, or you can bring it to my live stream because my people would like to see it. So what do you do about this problem? The mortgage loan. Yeah, that's how it all starts out. People don't realize also that once your property is registered, they reclassify your property into one of their three commercial designations, which is commercial, agricultural, or residential. And that reclassification allows them to start the property tax process against your property so they can raise it every year and keep making you pay until you can't. And that whole process is illegal. It says not once but twice in the Constitution that private property is not to be taxed. And I had someone call me actually, which was a total waste of our time, his time too, to ask me to send him the information where he could find that in the Constitution. And I actually started laughing, and I told him that he needed to do his own homework. If he wanted my homework, he need to buy my stuff and go freaking use it, or do his own homework, because I don't have time for that. So I don't have time to call people and send them. You know how long it would take me to find my notes. So you either need to go with what makes sense, or go with their stuff. So I won't say go with my stuff, because my stuff makes sense. It pretty much makes sense to me. So anyway, if you guys are facing this property tax issue, the property tax package has been upgraded to include, the TRO, the temporary restraining order, to block the state from receiving federal funding as long as they are violating the due process of the state citizens or the Fifth Amendment. And so I'm sure you can find the argument for both. And so basically, when you're deploying your property tax challenge package and they start acting stupid after you get your lawsuit filed in federal court, then you can use this. And the goal here is, the goal is sue the judge. Because the judge is going to ignore all of your shit and do whatever anyway. So the goal is to sue the judge. That's the goal all the time at the end. Because the judge is the one paid, and paid very well, to throw your shit under, to throw your ass under the bus, and to give them an opportunity to throw your shit in the yard. Yep, 24/7. Bringing fire 24/7. So we added the temporary restraining order in there to block the state from receiving federal funding. So, you can mess with the asses. And as soon as the judge ignores that, now you can file a notice of claim, because you always want to give them a back door. You file a notice of claim against the judge for violating your due process by not blocking the state's federal funding, according to the Constitution. Interesting how this all fits together. Yeah, I had some people contact me and wouldn't it be better if I did this or did that? Yeah, that would be better to do if you're doing this conventional. If you're going to do it non-conventional and you paid for what I have, and you see people are kicking these attorneys' asses, I don't know why you'd want to change it or add what you think you need to add to it when your thinking hasn't helped you. No offense. No offense, but if your thinking and your coaching yourself was helping you, you wouldn't be looking for pro se legal school. So thank you guys for the privilege of sharing your time, and I will see you in the next slide. Actually, I'll have another video that I'm going to be posting tomorrow, so you guys will get a chance to check it out. Thank you for the privilege of sharing your time. Yeah, keep those punches going.